Yeah, that's right. This is the show where the mic is open for any discussion.
Feeling about OTR. I don't think we're done.
We're trying to find something that's going to be interesting. Then obviously on the Wednesday we got the actual show and then the overtime show. And and I know
I'm all about.
It's your boy Verse, and this is Open Mike with OTR Mike.
Again, I don't know a lot of times. Yo. What up, good people? It's your boy OTR Mike. And let me be the first to welcome you to another episode of Open Mike with yours truly. Well, long awaited another episode. This is just episode number 2 after my long layoff, right? But look, man, this is the show with a mic. It's open for any discussion, no matter what it is, who it is, or where it is. And tonight will be no different. Yeah, I'm going live real quick to get this episode in. Following my boy Hendo of the Rogue Pod. He just finished up. I think they all following over here. But if you are not subscribed to Hendo and the rest of the team, please do so now. Look, I need to make this quick, right? I was supposed to get this done at like 6 o'clock, okay? And then as the title, life was lifing, and now I'm just getting to do it now. But I promise you guys I will explain where the hell I've been at. So I'm going to do that, okay? I got to get this one off. So pause. Somebody's probably saying pause in the chat. But I got to get this one off my chest so that I can move forward, right? And continue rolling forward with the content, all right? I just got to get this one off, all right? But before I go, man, before I start, we got some people in the chat. The homie Living Big with Big Reg is in the building. Go subscribe to the homie Big Reg. Suge Knight 323. That's my West Coast brother. Like, I think we are brothers. Somewhere down the line. Right? Go subscribe to my man. Bazel. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I like Keith Lee. Okay, Keith Lee is dope. But my man Bazel is moving into that lane of doing food reviews. Go check him out. Go subscribe to his channel. And then B, 1/2 of Lunch Break Hot Take, 1/3 of Ring Kings podcast with me and Jose. He's in the building. And then as I was just, Malik, what up, Malik? Malik said, yo. And as I was just talking about Hendo from the Road Pod, go holler at my guy, man. And that's exactly what he said, my guy. And then Jay the 6 is in the building. What up, Jay? What's popping? That's the sneaker head of the crew. What up, Jay? What's the latest you got? What's the latest you got? I've been slacking. I don't have nothing, nothing spectacular as of late. But let me know what you got. So anyway, I said this was going to be quick, right? Because it is, what time is it? It is 9:48, okay? And I got to go to bed because I got to be up early. But I just wanted to let y'all know what was going on with me, man. Life be life in part 2. Where the hell you been at? All right, now look. Just jumping right into it. The last episode I did, I think, before last week. Okay, so prior to last week, when I had a story to tell, the last episode I did was July 25th. July 25th. I apologize. I really apologize. That's clearly the longest layoff I've had. But that was a long time. And it was unexpected. Like, it happened. And then, like, the months went by quickly. Like, you know, 1 week go by, you like, all right, yeah, man, I'm jump back on next week. And then next thing you know, a month and a half then gone by. So it's like, damn. So yeah, July 25th, man, which is crazy. Now, that's just before the meet and greet that we had. And shout out to Big Reg, who was there. Of course, B was there. Hendo was there. They were the stars of the show. And then Bazel came through and hollered at us, as well. So basically, I haven't had an episode since the meet and greet. And it's crazy because we were riding a high off of the meet and greet. Meet and greet was dope. Got to meet some of the people that watch us weekly over on Sip Tally and um, watch the roundup on Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. Um, so it was some momentum following that. And why I slid off of that, I know, but it, like I said, it was just kind of unexpected, right? So just to go through a few things, right? Um, as I said, I got some notes above me, so if you see me looking up, that's what I'm doing. But like I said, I want to apologize to y'all because one thing about this layoff, and this is my second layoff that I've had since I've been doing open mic, right? And um, they come without warning, right? I just kind of disappear, and it's kind of fucked up because you guys like look for the content and you guys support me, and throughout the layoff a bunch of y'all was hitting me up, wondering what was going on, where I was at, just checking to make sure I was okay. Whether it would be content behind it or just, look, man, you good? We ain't seen you in a minute. So, plus a lot of you guys support the show in different ways, not just, you know, being here like you are now. Some of you guys are Patreon members, some of you guys buy the merch. So when you sit back and think about it, the fact is that I do owe you guys an apology because you never stop supporting, right? You never stop supporting. The one cool thing about it, and I think I spoke about it last week on the Story to Tell episode, that I didn't lose any subscribers, right? So the subscribers hung around, um, which is cool. I still engage. You guys still kind of engage with us and the crew on Monday nights in the Discord, and then LBHT Fantasy League, Rogue League Fantasy Leagues. Like, it was still engagement, but you guys, never disappeared, which was cool. You know what I mean? And that's what I appreciate, right? So that's where the apology comes from, right? So going back to the start, right? July, even prior to the start of the meet and greet, right? The meet and greet was August 4th. Okay. Now that was a Friday night. Okay. Just right before that, work got really, really crazy for me. Right. That Friday was the last Friday that I had a day off from work throughout from that point until probably September ish, right? I have the type of job that needs my attention like big time in the summertime, especially around that time, around that point. So you talking about working 7 days a week, working 10, 15 hours a day, right? So of course, man, like those long days, it just turns into, brother being tired, right? Um, but they need my attention, so I had to tend to that, right? So then, and like I said, that was leading right into the meet and greet, right? So it started probably that week of the meet and greet. I was off that Friday of the meet and greet. I think I actually, matter of fact, I met up with B, Ferris, and Jose the Sunday following the meet and greet, but I met up with them leaving work. So I didn't work. Didn't work Friday. Saturday, I was like, hell no, I ain't gonna work. I thought about it, but I did go Sunday, and then I met up with them after that. And then after that, going forward, it was just nuts at work, right? So now timeline wise, August 4th meet and greet. Then you got August 18th. My oldest bonus son had to be dropped off. He started his freshman year in college, so had to make that trip, to take him to college and get him settled, get him started with his new journey. And of course, coming along with that, you got to find time for the family and the kids, right? So my son, been crying and dying to go to the beach, right? So some kind of way, in the midst of taking my oldest bonus son to college, we found a way to spin that into going to the beach right before they went to school, went back to school anyway. Um, on top of like parties and hosting, my wife hosted a color party. She likes to host, so we had a lot of that going on. Um, then when you move into September is my wife's birthday, September 8th, and my wife likes to celebrate the entire month. I don't know how she figures she could do that, but she finds a way to do so. So her birthday, and then of course, like my bonus son who went down to college, his birthday is in the middle of September. So I had that going on. Then crazily, uh, through that whole process, right? My son, who was 4, um, was going to daycare like most toddlers. Then we got a call, like school had already started, right? Then we got a call from the school system saying, "Hey, your son can start pre-K." Now, of course, I don't know how they do in other states, but here in Maryland, the pre-K programs go by your income, right? So, of course, we didn't qualify. But then if you make over the monetary threshold, they waitlist you, right? So of course we were waitlisted. Finally, a spot came open, and literally it was a um it was a 24-hour transition for a 4-year-old from going to daycare to school. Now they called us on like a Tuesday, right? And that week just happened to be a short week for them, for the school system. So they called us on a Tuesday. I'm thinking like, all right, man, they'll probably start them the following week, start them a full week fresh. And so I'm like, yeah, man, we'll see y'all Monday then. And they're like, no, no, he can come tomorrow. Right. So literally leaving work, going to pick up my son from daycare and having to tell the daycare lady that this is literally his last day, which was a whole different thing because like she was crying and he don't know what's going on. Right. So he started school, which then pushed me back a little bit more because prior to that, I had talked to Jose about, all right, man, I'm gonna kickstart this thing again. Um, but it just seemed like stuff kept popping up, right? It just seemed like stuff just kept just dropping on my plate, and that being one, getting him settled. So literally after the first after the first day of school, like I picked him up and like he was literally shell shocked. It just felt like he was shell shocked. It's a crazy transition, man, for someone going to daycare where they get that kind of one-on-one nurturing to where they going to school and it's more structured, right? So like the car ride home was like silent. And usually when I pick him up from daycare, he screams, "Dad, Dad," blah blah blah. And then he's in the car, he's talking my head off. Dream time or two. He just talks my head off. But the whole car ride home, he was like silent. So you moved into obviously daddy mode and try to help him with the transition to school, right? Which I'm proud to say he's doing better. He loves school right now. So, I'm going to enjoy that for the moment because Lord knows how long that's going to last of him loving school. But he literally wakes up on Saturday morning asking if he's going to school. And I'm like, bruh, no, enjoy these days off because there's going to be a time where you can't wait for Saturday and Sunday. But right now he loves school, right? Um, and then of course, I did some traveling as last week's episode, I told a story about part of my travel over that time and during my absence. Um, so it was just, man, it was just a whirlwind of shit going on, I should say. But one of the main things, um, and I kind of joked about it, and I think I joked about it with Hendo and Jose and the fellas, but it turns out to be real, right? And I think this is what I kind of went through on the first time I did an absence or the Life Be Life in episode. I think I talked about like just not being in a creative space, right? And it seems weird to say that because I'm like, I just heard Hendo say on his show that, we are really good at what we do because we did this without any real teaching. Like we figured this thing out ourselves, right? And we build some things ourselves, right? Just no manual. We just kind of jumped in it and we built this stuff together. But I don't ever look at it that way, right? I didn't ever look at it until Hendo just literally said it 15 minutes ago, right? Um, so then it hits you like, yo, like you just don't feel like I didn't feel myself when it came into getting back up here and creating some stuff. I didn't feel like I was, just in that space where I could create good content. You guys seem to like my content. I feel like we are all our hardest critics, but I just didn't feel like I was in a good space. And I don't know if that was just everything that was going on around me. And I just didn't feel like I had anything to put out to you guys because I feel like you guys deserve the best content I could give. Or if I just really hit a rut, right? But like I said, doubling back, I, even though I do this, I never really looked at myself as a content creator, right? Um, I just kind of looked at this as something that I do for fun, right? Do as a hobby, right? It did become, getting into podcast and even back in the off the record days and OTR days, it became, um, what's the word I'm looking for? It became my refuge, I guess I could say, right? Like being able to talk and do it this way and meet different people and reach different people across the world. Like it became something for me to do it that way. But as we all know, everybody in this game, it's work, right? It's work. It's work. But I just never really put myself in a content creator box. You know what I mean? Um, so I do sometimes find myself getting in those ruts of where, I question, what am I doing here? Where am I going with this? What should I be doing with this? Can I put in the time? Can I give the best content that needs to be given in order to, you know, please you guys, right? It's okay. This right now is pleasing to me, just y'all listening. But at the same time, the job side of it is you have to give content to you guys that you guys want to hear to keep you guys coming back, right? To keep, you know, sitting in here talking by yourself, that ain't fun. So it's a balance, and like Malik says, the YouTube grind is tough. It is. Um, you know, when I first started podcasting, with off the record, like we just were audio, right? So we would get together, sit around the recorder, and talk, right? Um, we later tried to move into YouTube, and then we didn't do a full-fledged push into YouTube. That the whole YouTube push from off the record was kind of me. He was like, all right, man, let's try it. Let's see what we could do. Doing the YouTube thing now, it's a whole different ball game, man. It's a whole different ball game. Audio on YouTube was completely different. Completely different. So just having to find time to record content, let alone, for audio, but then doing the visual side of it is just difficult. So yeah, man, I sometimes feel like my creative spaces are different, right? Um, but I don't know. I get in my own head sometimes, and then, I fight through it, and then I come back like this, right? And hopefully I can't promise that I won't step away again because look, life is always gonna life, right? And life's to the point where we can't control it, right? Sometimes it's just things that happen and it takes us away from this. But I do have to realize that if I'm going to do this, then I have to put my foot forward and I gotta push through some of the obstacles that may come my way, right? On those days where I was working 7 days a week, 10 to 15 hours, like tired or not, I got to do it. I look at these brothers every day: Hendo, Brodney, Jose, Coach, Chris, and those guys, man, and a lot of you other guys, man. These guys grind, bro. Like these guys, multiple videos, a multitude of content, and they work too, right? So it's kind of that, like, am I putting in enough effort, right? Am I do I have it to do it like those guys do it? It's a good thing to see these guys, and it's a good thing to rub shoulders with these guys because they keep you going. And they show you how it's supposed to be done. But the fact of the matter is, those are things that I questioned throughout that layoff. So it was a good stretch of it, was just because life was life, right? Work and being a father and family man, that took over, right? And I had to do what I had to do and get in someone settled in college and starting a new life and world there. Um, to my own son starting his school journey and things like that, and just work. I gotta work, gotta pay the bills, right? So that has to happen. So yeah, man, but the other side of it was, you know, really sitting back and thinking about this whole thing of being a content creator, right? Just accepting that tag and saying, all right, man, you are a content creator. You are someone that people enjoy to listen to, right? It still shocks me to this day, man. If somebody hits me up or I run into somebody and they like, yo, I listen to the show, and I'm like, oh, you do? It still hits me. It still hits me. Um, the meet and greet was it opened my eyes to, like, wow, we like people really do, they really do bang with us. You know what I mean? Um, so you know, it just brought those things into perspective, and I gotta find a way to accept this role, right? I gotta find a way to look at myself as a creator and then basically put that tag on my jacket and run with it, and say, okay, this is my other job, right? As you already know, I'm not just doing this. I do Ring Kings podcast, and it was times where I let those dudes down, and I feel every time I feel bad about it. It's not where I'm like, yo, I ain't doing it. My intention is to do it, but it's just everything. It When life start life, and it not only affects me in open mic, it affects everything I'm involved with, even the roundup. Sometimes I couldn't make it there 'cause I'm away, or I'm not home or whatever, I'm working or whatever the case may be. And those dudes are there every week. For real. So yeah, just keeping it a hundred with y'all. That's what be going through your boy's mind, and that's where I've been at, battling with that, But the beautiful thing about this, right? It's just a button, the click away to jump back in it. And just like last week, didn't have a plan to do it. But just sitting here and I'm like, nah, let me, you know what? I gotta tell this story. So let me do it. Let me jump back in. And all I did was hit start and record. Then I'm back in it. So I think I'm back. I think I'm back. I don't want to. Again, I don't want to disappoint. And this is another thing too. I have to. I have to become more flexible. Like if I can't get an episode, for example, tonight, that okay, then I have to get one Tuesday night or something. I just got to be more flexible within my time of doing this thing, right? And then not pigeonholing myself to, all right, man, it got to be this day, you know. Um, just get the content out there. I just got to get that in my mind. So, like I said, I can't promise y'all that life won't life again, and I might have to step away a little bit. But I promise I'll be more upfront with the listeners and the subscribers and communicate a little better. Like, all right, man, look, I might have to step away for a week or two, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, because y'all support me. Y'all support the kid, man. So I gotta communicate with y'all. I gotta let y'all know what's going on. I can't step away like that. Because then I'm letting y'all down. And I don't want to do that. I had coworkers like, yo, what the hell? Like, you ain't recorded in it. I'm like, yeah, I know. So yeah, it's people that look for this work. And I have to accept that. I have to take that and say, damn, people like what you're doing. So I had to get better at that, guys. That's where I've been at, man. Let me look at this comment, the chat, and see what's going on in the chat, man. I ain't ignoring y'all. I seen y'all, but I ain't wanna slow it down. Bazel said I had the Super Bowl hangover. Jada Six said, so after this one, we won't see you till 2024. This you might be right, Jay. Hendo says, this damn stream yard. Hendo says this is the restart of something good. He's back. Yeah, man. Big Red said I'm stuck with him. That's right. That's right. Bazel said we're here to try to help the whole Roundup crew retire. Appreciate you, Bazel. Appreciate you. Basil said, we still invited to that Christmas party. Of course, man. I gotta get that out to y'all. Hendo says, great brothers make great content. Appreciate that. Let's see. Hendo also says, people don't realize that this is a job in itself. That is the truth. That is 100% the truth. Basil said, because y'all make it look easier than it is. I learned that lesson fast. Hendo and them, man, they make it look real easy. Basil said, Mike, my mom, you follows you. I didn't even know it. Reg says, I definitely question my ability to create good content for everyone. Yeah, man. Sometimes you get in your head, man. And you wonder if you're doing, especially when they take off. I think that was the gift and the curse of the meet and greet. Like it woke, like Hendo and I were like, damn, bro, like this really happened, you know. So it was a good thing, but then you question like, yo, can you really keep this keep this going. You know what I mean? Um, so Reg, I feel you. I feel you. You can definitely get in your head when it comes to that. Endo says, I think we are all a product of making each other better. And I agree with that. I agree with that. That's a good thing about this community, this group, the fellas, the roundup fellas, but Jose, Rodney, Lunch Break High Take, man, the community that they created that allowed a lot of us to meet each other, right? And piggyback off of each other. Um, the thing about the group is if somebody's not good at one thing, there's somebody around that is, and they jump in and help. You know what I mean? Or can give you guidance in this way or the other. And then there's no judgment, right? Like Bazel and Reg said, they kind of got into the game later. So, we jumped behind them. They wanted to get in, we supported that. It's not that, oh no, you don't need to, don't do that. Oh, yo, Bazel and them trying to start something. Nah, it wasn't that. We all hop behind everybody's endeavors. You know what I mean? And no matter what it is, we gonna jump in and we gonna support. So that's the beautiful thing in this thing. My man Clyde in the building. What up, Clyde? So yeah, man. That's where your boy been at. That's where your boy been at. Yeah. But I think I'm back. And I do want to shout out one other person. Y'all have heard me talk about Baylor or BTG for president is the name of his show. We call it BTG, Baylor the Great or whatever. He's based out of California. Bro's dope. He's one of my favorite podcasters. And I've grown, a relationship with him. We talk at least every other day, right? And Baylor, he another grinder. He does 2 podcasts. He does BTG for president, which is kind of like this kind of content, and then he does Open Run with BTG, which is his sports channel or podcast. But bro be grinding. I mean, he'll record an episode in his car. So he works. He works. And he's another one, man, that was reaching out to me and he was saying, like, Mike, yo, what's up, man? Where you at? Where you at? And he has a way of saying something or sending you something unexpectedly, but completely at the perfect time. Like perfect time. I don't know how he does it. I don't know. But this bro is another one who got me off my shoulders, I should say. And I want to play a message from BTG that was sent to me recently. And again, never told him like, what I was thinking in my head, this creative space, am I in the right mind frame for this? But randomly, he sent me this message.
Hey, just remember this. Hey, if you don't remember nothing, hey, Big Mike, hold on, let me roll up my window. Roll up my window on these niggas, man. Hey, man, when you shoot, they pray you miss. You just gotta understand that every time you let that rock go, they praying that you miss. Oh, you want me to put it in football terms? Every time you drop back, they waiting for that pressure to come. They hoping that you get sacked. They hoping that you don't deliver that rock. Oh, what? You want me to put it in baseball terms? They waiting for you to strike out, baby. They are waiting. Oh, no, you want me to be closer to home? You want me to do boxing? Oh, man. Hey, they waiting for you to slip up, bro. They waiting for you to slip that jab, and they hope that you don't have no counter. They hope that you don't have a counter for what they got. They gonna sock you up. They coming out southpaw, all kind of random ass, like they unorthodox, all kind of shit. They trying to knock you out. Bro, if you got to sit back in that corner for a little bit, sit down, gather your thoughts. They put the towel over your head. They pouring cold water. You know what I'm saying? They applying pressure to the wound. You got to sit down for a little. You got to get right back out there and fight, though. Oh, that's a fact.
And that that woke me up. Like, man, you gotta get right back out there and fight. You gotta man, you gotta fight through this. You gotta get back out there and give us that content. And his roundabout, that's his roundabout way of saying that. Like he will never, he'll say little things like, yeah, Mike, man, waiting on you. You know what I'm saying? But he won't say like, yeah, bro, you need to start recording again. But he'll send messages like that have a roundabout or underlying message into it of exactly what you're going through. Like literally, that was random. That was random. Like we weren't having a conversation at that particular moment, and he just sent that to me. So shout out to BTG. Salute to him. Salute to Hendo. Salute to Bazel. Bazel was checking on me. Salute to Mr. Galloway. I gotta get with Mr. Galloway. Mr. Galloway, I thought we exchanged numbers, bro. Like Mr. Galloway, I went through the same thing with Hendo. They would send me messages on the Discord. I don't get them because I don't have my notifications on. But it's easier to text me, right? So I gotta give Mr. Galloway my number, man. Shout out to Mr. Galloway checking on me. You know, Reg, all of the fellas, man, just checking on me and making sure I'm good, man. BTG for the words of encouragement to get me back going. Yeah, all of y'all, man. Clock, all of y'all in here, man. Malik, all of y'all in here supporting me, man. I appreciate that. Straight up, I appreciate that. And I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep pushing, man. I'm gonna keep trying to give y'all this content. Might be late. It might be late like this. It might not always be ready for y'all. My audio listeners, it might not always be ready for y'all Monday morning, but I'm gonna get this content out to y'all. All right. All right. But what I need y'all to do in the meantime, right? Send your boy some stuff you want me to talk about. Send me some stuff you want to hear my opinion on. Right? That might help push me. That might help push me and help me get the content flowing a little easier, right? Because I feed off of things like that. So let me know. You see my social medias, OTR underscore Mike on Twitter and TikTok, OTR Mike underscore on Instagram. Hit me up, man. Hit me wherever y'all know where y'all can hit me. Whatever. But let your boy know some stuff you want me to talk about. All right. So, good people, that's my time. I need to take my ass to bed. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. 9 p.m. Eastern on the roundup with the fellas. We got some shit to talk about after today's debacle. But anyway, man, I appreciate y'all checking in with me. This is Open Mic with your boy OTR Mike. I'll see y'all next week. I promise. I'm out. Peace.